Kipindi cha matukio mtambuko ambapo chini ya dakika 30 nitakuwa na kufahamisha kile ambacho kinajiri katika maeneo tofauti humu nchini. Na kumbuka siasa zinazidi kunoga na kuchacha katika maeneo yote ya taifa humu nchini Kenya, huku serikali ikiendelea kukabiliana na makali ya virusi vya corona. Mimi ni mtangazaji wako Paul Kirobi. Kamati ya bunge la Seneti imeanza kujadili hatima ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru. Vikao hivyo viliendelea jana mchana kutwa, huku Waiguru akikana mashtaka yote yanayomkabili. Mashahidi katika vikao hivyo wamewasilisha ushahidi wao mbele ya kamati hiyo.
Will be able to demonstrate all those issues that the county assembly has raised. Look at the conduct of Governor Waiguru when she is called upon just to have an honor among the persons whom she was elected in office with, the county assembly. She has an attitude that the county assembly and the failure or rather the question of undermining the county assembly was not by default, it was by design, to make sure that she removes herself from the armpits of oversight by the county assembly. In such kind of circumstances, how can or how will the government of Kirinyaga County continue to exist
for misconduct and violations of law before they can successfully remove an elected officer from their position? Impeachment and removal from office was never intended and should never be based on falsities, innuendos, rumors, hearsay, conjecture, and certainly not malice.
Contract. So it is not one contract for 27 million.
Even to the same company, Chair.
Okay. So there are two contracts paid for provision of separate services to the same company, but not one company which was overpaid.
It's actually one company paid for two contracts.
But so there is no overpayment because the two contracts, what are the amounts of both contracts in total?
Chair, previously I alluded to a report from the PPRA. And Chair, if you can take your time to study this report, this is one of the tender that PPRA questioned. The manner in which it was prosecuted, then the manner in which it was paid. Actually, Chair, from the information, the tender was meant for level 4 facilities we have in Kirinyaga, but it was narrowed down to 2 facilities. Chair, the actual sum was 27 million for one of the tender, and they narrowed down to 2 facilities. And at the end of the day, the total amount is 27 million that was paid for 2 facilities, but the contract was for 4 facilities, Chair.
Linens broke down, incinerator, a machine that is used to dispose infectious waste like amputated limbs and placenta from mothers, broke down, and several letters were done to the county, including the governor, letting her know that these issues have been going on, and lack of repairing of these important machines can lead to spread of infection to the workers in the hospital, to the patients, and to the community at large. But the steps were not taken, and as I speak today, the incinerator and autoclave have still not yet been fixed. Infectious wastes are being disposed in the hospital grounds that is accessible to patients, other health workers, and the community at large. Actually, where the waste products have been disposed, as it has been shown severally on television, is close to the pediatric ward, where we have the children. That has caused a lot of problems.
Na bila shaka mpenzi mtazamaji, siku ya jana ilikuwa ni vikao vya kwanza, ambapo siku ya leo pia vile vikao hivyo vitakuwa vinaendelea katika bunge la Seneti. Yafahamika kwamba gavana Waiguru alikuwa ameshtakiwa na wawakilishi wadi kutoka kaunti ya Kirinyaga, ubadhirifu pamoja na uongozi mbaya katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Na kwa sasa nafahamishwa kwamba vikao hivyo kwa sasa vitakuwa vinaendelea katika bunge la Seneti, na ambapo tutakuwa tunakuvusha moja kwa moja katika bunge la Seneti tuweza kusikiza kile ambacho kitakuwa kinaendelea, kisha taarifa hiyo tutakuandalia kwa mapana na marefu itakapotimu mwendo wa saa 1 na saa 3 mtawalia. Kumbuka mtazamaji, hii ni kipindi cha matukio mtambuko ambapo tunakufahamisha kile ambacho kinajiri katika maeneo tofauti ya nchi, na hii ni awamu ya kwanza. Itakapotimu mwendo wa saa 5 itakuwa ni awamu ya pili. Kumbuka unafuatilia matangazo haya kupitia kwa tovuti yetu ambayo ni www.tv47.co.ke, na pale kwa mtandao wa Twitter ni @tv47ke, #matukio mtambuko @paukirobi. Kumbuka gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru anakabiliwa na shtaka la ubadhirifu wa fedha pamoja na uongozi mbaya katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga, ambapo wawakilishi wadi waliamua kumng'atua gavana Waiguru, na hivyo basi vikao hivyo kwa sasa vitakuwa vinaendelea siku ya pili. Kamati ya bunge la seneti ya watu 11 ilibuniwa ili kuweza kujadili hatima ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru, na bila shaka katikati mwa wiki hii tutafahamu ni lipi ambalo litakuwa limetokea na gavana Waiguru atasalia kuwa gavana wa Kirinyaga au la. Kumbuka matangazo haya tunapeperushia moja kwa moja kutoka hapa katika jiji la Nairobi, na muda mfupi kuanzia sasa hivi tutakuwa tunakuvusha katika bunge la seneti ambapo vikao sasa hivi vinaendelea. Bila shaka mtazamaji, hizi ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka bunge la seneti ambapo vikao vya bunge hilo kwa sasa vinaendelea, na ambapo kamati ya watu 11 ilikuwa imebuniwa, na kamati hiyo kumbuka ilikuwa inaongozwa na seneta wa Kakamega Cleophas Malala. Leo itakuwa ni siku ya pili ya kusikizwa ama kujadili kesi ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru. Hizo ni picha, zimekuwa ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la seneti ambapo muda mfupi vikao hivyo vitakuwa vinaanza na kujua hatima ya gavana Waiguru itakuwa ni ipi. Kumbuka gavana Waiguru ana wakili ambao wanamtetea pale katika bunge la seneti kuhusiana na ubadhirifu fedha na kung'atuliwa kwake na wakilishi wadi wa kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Kumbuka matangazo haya mtazamaji unaendelea kupokea kutoka hapa katika jiji la Nairobi moja kwa moja. Kumbuka tovuti yetu ni www.tv47.co.ke, na pale kwenye mtandao wa Twitter ni @tv47ke, kwenye Facebook vile vile ni TV47 Live. Kumbuka mtazamaji, matangazo haya ni ya moja kwa moja kutoka hapa katika jiji la Nairobi ambapo tunakupeperushia. Na kumbuka gavana Waiguru ana mawakili ambao wanamwakilisha katika kesi inayomkabili, na ambapo wakilishi wadi waliamua kumtimua wakilishi wadi 23 kati ya 33 ambao walipiga kura ya ndio. Labda mtazamaji tukuvushe moja kwa moja kidogo tusikie kile ambacho kinaendelea, kisha baadaye tutakuwa tunarejea hapa na kukufahamisha taarifa nyinginezo. Mtazamaji, nafahamishwa kwamba tutavuka hapo mida za baadaye, lakini kwa sasa hizo ni picha za moja kwa moja ambazo zinaendelea katika bunge la seneti, na ambapo gavana Waiguru alikuwa ameshtakiwa na wale wakilishi wadi kutoka kaunti ya Kirinyaga, ambapo wakilishi wadi 23 walikuwa wamepiga kura ya ndio na kung'atuliwa na kupendekeza kung'atuliwa kwa gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru. Bila shaka mtazamaji, hizi ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la seneti, na bila shaka kumbuka hili swala la kung'atuliwa si mara ya kwanza tumeshuhudia hili, na vile vile kumekuwa na dikuduku kwamba huenda gavana wa Kitui Charity Ngilu akafuata mkondo huo. Kumbuka siku ya jana taarifa zilikuwa zinadokeza kwamba walikuwa wamewasilisha ile katika lugha ya Kiingereza wanasema motion ya kumng'atua gavana wa Kitui Charity Ngilu. Hivyo basi kumekuwa na utata kati ya wakilishi wadi pamoja na magavana, na itakumbukwa kwamba yule mwenyekiti wa baraza la magavana Wycliffe Oparanya alikuwa amesema kwamba siasa hizi ama kung'atua ambazo zimekuwa zikiendelea katika kaunti tofauti inasababishwa na siasa za mwaka wa 2022 baina ya magavana na wale wakilishi wadi. Hivyo basi hizi ni siasa, na siasa zinachezwa usiku na mchana hapa nchini Kenya. Bila shaka mtazamaji, tutakuwa tunakufahamisha kile ambacho kitakuwa kinajiri, na hatima ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru itajulikana katikati mwa wiki hii. Kumbuka leo ni siku ya pili kwa vikao vya bunge la seneti ambapo vitakuwa vinaendelea, na kama unavyotazama kwenye runinga yako, hii ni picha ya moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la seneti, na ambapo unafuatilia TV47 kupitia kwenye mtandao wetu wa Facebook ambao ni TV47 Live, na pale kwenye mtandao wa tovuti yetu ni www.tv47.co.ke, kwenye mtandao wa Twitter ni @tv47ke #matukio mtambuko, ambapo tunafuatilia taarifa ya kung'atuliwa kwa gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru. Kumbuka si mara ya kwanza kwa gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru kung'atuliwa. Kuna wengine ambao walikuwepa na kuna wengine ambao hawajakuwepa msumeni huo. Hivyo basi na kama nilivyokuwa nimekuarifu hapo awali kwamba baraza la magavana ikiongozwa na mwenyekiti Wycliffe Oparanya walikuwa wamesema kwamba hii ni siasa za mwaka 2022, ndio maana tunashuhudia utata baina ya wakilishi wadi pamoja na magavana. Sijui mchango wako ni upi kuhusiana na hili swala la kung'atua. Na kama unavyotazama pale kwenye runinga yako ni picha moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la seneti, na bunge la Seneti ambapo vikao hivyo vinaendelea siku ya pili, ambapo ni siku ya leo, na vikao hivyo vilikuwa vimeanza hiyo jana. Kumbuka si mara ya kwanza kwa gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru kukumbwa na kashfa. Itakumbukwa kwamba alikumbwa na kashfa ya NYS miaka za awali, na hivyo basi kesi hiyo sidhani kama ilikuwa imeisha, iko katika mahakama, na bila shaka hili ni taarifa ambayo tutakuwa tunaendelea kufuatilia kwa undani zaidi, tujue hatima itakuwa ni namna gani. Kama unavyotazama, hii ni picha ya moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la Seneti, na ambapo hiyo jana Waiguru alikuwa amekanusha mashtaka yanayomkabili. Na kumbuka gavana Waiguru wana mawakili ambao watakuwa wanamwasilisha pale katika bunge la Seneti kuhusiana na kesi inayomkabili, ambapo gavana Waiguru alishtakiwa kwa uongozi mbaya na ukiukaji wa sheria, ama tunasema katika lugha nyingine constitution, katiba ya Kenya. Hivyo basi wakaamua kumngatua gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru. Bila shaka mtazamaji, hizi ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la Seneti, na vikao hivi vitakuwa vinaanza muda mfupi kwa sasa. Na kumbuka gavana Waititu, gavana wa Kiambu, Waititu alikuwa amekabiliwa na shtaka kama hilo na akangatuliwa afisini, na pia vile vile kuna wale magavana wengine ambao tayari walikuwa wameshangatuliwa. Hivyo basi si swala la kwanza, ama sio mara ya kwanza kwa kesi ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru kungatuliwa. Hivyo basi tutajua hatima itakuwa ni swala litakuwa namna gani kuhusiana na hili. Na iwapo gavana Waiguru atangatuliwa, basi huenda kukawa na gavana mwanamke mmoja tu, na hivyo basi ni taarifa ambayo ina uzito, ni taarifa ambayo tutakuwa tunakufafanulia kwa mapana na marefu, na kukuchambulia ni kipi ambacho kitakuwa kinajiri kuhusiana na ngatua katika uongozi wa taifa la Kenya. Na hivyo basi kungatuliwa kwa gavana Anne Waiguru kumezua siasa upande wa kushoto na upande wa kulia, na ambapo baadhi ya viongozi wanawake walikuwa wanasema kwamba wanalengwa. Sijui wewe mtazamo wako ni upi kuhusiana na hilo? Je, unadhani kwamba magavana wanawake ama viongozi wanawake wanalengwa, haswa ikilinganishwa na jinsi ambavyo ngatua imekuwa ikiendelea katika uongozi wa taifa la Kenya? Na sio tu katika uongozi, bali pia vile vile tumeshuhudia katika chama cha Jubilee, na mabadiliko ambayo yametokea katika chama cha Jubilee, kwingineko katika chama cha ODM au NASA, na kuna mengi tu ambayo tunatarajia yatakuwa yanaendelea kuzuka. Na usisahau kwamba kwa sasa taifa linakabiliana na janga la virusi vya corona, na ambapo idadi inazidi kuwa ya juu zaidi. Kwa hiyo mtazamo wako, sijui kama ni haki ama unadhani kwamba viongozi hawa kueneza siasa wakati kama huu unafaa, ama taifa linastahili kukabiliana na janga la corona? Bila shaka kumbuka nambari yetu ya rafa ni 22047 na tovuti yetu ni www.tv47.co.ke, na pale kwa mtandao wa Twitter ni @tv47ke, matukio mtambuko kwa mtandao wa Twitter @paukirobi, ambapo tunakupeperushia picha moja kwa moja kutoka katika bunge la Seneti, ambapo vikao vya kujadili hatima ya gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru kwa sasa vinaendelea katika bunge la Seneti. Na bila shaka mtazamaji, tutakufahamisha, tutakuletea picha hivyo wakati ambapo vikao hivyo vitakuwa tayari vimeshaanza. Lakini tukiangazia chete Seneti katika vikao vya kamati maalum ya Seneti kusikiza kesi na mkabili gavana wa Kirinyaga Anne Waiguru, mbwembe zilishuhudiwa haswa kati ya mawakili, na ambapo gavana Waiguru alionekana kutabasamu tu licha uzito wa kesi inayomkabili. Taarifa hiyo baadaye, lakini kwa sasa nafahamishwa kwamba vikao vya bunge la Seneti kwa sasa imeanza, ambapo gavana Waiguru atakuwa anafika mbele ya bunge hilo la Seneti, na ambapo atakuwa anajadiliwa na kamati ya watu 11 inayoongozwa na seneta wa Kakamega Cleophas Malala. Wacha tuvuke moja kwa moja tusikie kile ambacho kinaendelea.
We shall use these chambers from now to at least up to 12:30 to allow the technical and the parliamentary staff to clean up these chambers ready for use in the afternoon session. So we shall break at exactly 12:30. then proceed to the county hall where we shall have our afternoon sessions. In the meantime, we have provided the following spaces as our holding centers. The National Assembly lounge will be used by honorable senators in case you want to retreat to make a decision or make a phone call. You may use the National Assembly lounge, and the Senate, the new restaurant will be used by both parties. We shall have, it is partitioned into two. So we shall have one side for the governor's team and the other side for the county assembly team. So, honorable members, I think we shall try and stick to the timelines as provided for in the rules of procedure. We have, today we are having hearing of evidence by the governor. We have 3.5 hours. But we shall try to manage the time as as things emerge. So we will stick initially for 3.5 hours, but we will be advised as we move on by our technical team. Thereafter, we shall have the usual allocation of time of 15 minutes for the examination in chief, and then 10 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for re-examination. Thereafter, we shall have closing statements on behalf of the County Assembly, which we shall only give 30 minutes. And then in the afternoon, we shall have closing statements on behalf of the Governor. My proposal to that, honorable members, is that immediately we finish the hearing of the Governor, we will defer the closing statements on behalf of the County Assembly for the afternoon session so that we do both closing statements from the other chamber. Is that okay?
Yeah, Chair, but Ndegwa is my name, again appearing on behalf of the County Assembly. I seek your directions as to the most appropriate time of giving this closing address. Because if I do it before I gather the evidence of the entire evidence from the governor, it means then I will not be able to collate and to juxtapose their evidence as opposed to my submissions and the evidence that we laid out yesterday. So I thought it would be in order or in good procedure if they do their evidence, they complete their evidence, then we come for the closing statement where I deliver mine and then the governor delivers hers.
I think that is provided in the program, and that is why we are pushing it in the afternoon, so that you also have enough time.
The other issue I would wish to seek your directions is that in our application, in our appearances, we say that we are appearing as council, and we also accompanied by 3 members of the County Assembly. In yesterday's proceedings, and most importantly in the cross-examination, and in the governor's address, there were members of the County Assembly whom I am with who were adversely mentioned. And you remember the governor making some allegations as to the chief accuser being part and parcel of the trip, that is part and parcel of the issue. They are my instructing clients, and today they instructed me to seek your directions as to whether they can have an opportunity to address the committee on 2 issues. One, the issue of the imprests and the issue of the travel. I have that member who is the leader of the majority of the county, and I also have the chairman of the budget committee. So they sought my intervention to seek for your directions, whether they can have an opportunity before probably the governor goes to address the assembly on those 2 issues.
Mr. Nyamodi.
Thank you very much, and good morning, Chairman and honorable members. I have heard the application that has been made by my learned colleague, and I am taken somewhat by surprise by that application. The petition is, or the motion for the governor's impeachment is a motion by the Assembly. The governor made an opening statement, and she said what she did in the opening statement. And I think the course of proceedings today will be very well guided, Chairman, by the guidance that you gave us yesterday, that the person or the office that is on trial or the subject of these proceedings is that of the governor, Kirinyaga County. I don't think there is room for people who feel that they were adversely mentioned, because if we go in that direction, then we will not finish in the time frame in which you have. The Assembly's case is closed. What is for hearing today are the witnesses. Sorry, Chairman. What would happen is we would then have to call everybody who is adversely mentioned, and there would be no time to hear that kind of evidence. So let us focus on the business at hand. We have 3 witnesses who we wish to testify this morning. The sooner we start, the better. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you. I would like to make the following observation on the same. We are guided by the rules of procedure as enshrined in our standing orders, and the same rules stipulate the manner in which we are supposed to handle this hearing. And according to this Honorable Committee, I think the County Assembly case was prosecuted yesterday and closed, and therefore we do not have any provisions of our rules to open up your case again today. So I rule as follows, that we will not be able to accept your application for now, and request the legal team from representing Governor Anne Waiguru to start their bit of giving evidence by Governor Anne Waiguru.
I'm well guided. The last preliminary issue that the County Assembly has is in respect to the witnesses that the governor is seeking to call. It's on record that the day or the time the motion was launched in the County Assembly, the governor was invited by the County Assembly to make a response. That response, which she declined, would have included her calling witnesses, so that then she lays bare her case to the County Assembly. And that then means that even as the County Assembly comes to prosecute the case this morning, they would be in a position to be sufficiently informed of what the governor is bringing forth as her defense. The governor never appeared before the Assembly, either by herself or through her representation. But today we are bombarded with 3 and 1 very bulky statement of a witness who was available as at the time of prosecuting the motion at the County Assembly, of a witness who would have been brought forth at that particular time. So I'm seeking your guidance, and I am aware that this committee is on a fact-finding mission. The guidance that the County Assembly is seeking, what probative value do we attach to this evidence? The other guidance I'm seeking, and this is in the equality of arms, is whether they will still be considered as having not participated in the County Assembly proceedings, and hence their worthiness to the process.
Council Nyamodi.
Honorable Chair and members of the Senate Committee, I wish to briefly respond. The Senate will note that the notice that was issued to our client, the governor, to appear, clearly stated that she was being served with soft copies of a motion and was supposed to respond to the particulars in the allegations. So the documents that our client has produced are pursuant to the summons given to her. Secondly, pursuant to the provisions we had highlighted yesterday from Article 50 and also from the Fair Administration Act, she's supposed to give a response to challenge the allegation. And she has produced evidence to show that whatever allegations were made against her were not merited. Lastly, I wish to refer this Senate to the decision of the High Court. We have already supplied this in the response that we had given. In the case of Mwangi, Wairia, and others versus the Speaker of Muranga County Assembly, that is High Court petition number 458 of 2015, which I think is very informative of why we are here today, because it states, and I read, the Senate is expected not only to investigate the nexus of the allegations to the first petitioner, which in this case was the governor who was being impeached, the Senate must also interrogate the entire process as it's carried through the county assembly. And I think it is only fair that our learned friend understands that the Senate is carrying out its mandate to find out whether these allegations were valid, whether the process carried out to reach the motion of, to pass a resolution for the motion to impeach the governor had met the constitutional and legal threshold. And this process requires that evidence is produced to show that those allegations are not founded. That is all.
Yes.
Sorry. Chair, I want to just make a very small contribution to the matter. The issue that landed colleague Mr. Njiro raises goes to the very heart of one of the issues we'll be raising about the right to be heard by the governor. Both in the motion that was submitted to the Senate Speaker and in the documents that were filed on Saturday in further evidence to support the County Assembly case, there is not one single document that indicates that the governor was invited, was given an opportunity, what the time was, so as we sit here, there is nothing before you that actually says that the governor was ever called to sit. There is nothing. There is no information on that issue. So the Senate is being called upon to accept as a fact that the governor was given an invitation, she could have called witnesses. There is nothing like that in the documents, unless the council can show us where that is in the documents that he has filed. So from where we sit, that process never happened. If it had happened, the documents would be there in support of that process. It goes to the very heart of an impeachment motion. So even before we go as to whether the governor is entitled to call witnesses, our position is that the governor was never given even a single opportunity to be heard. And that is on the record. Thank you.
Chairman, I just want to point out one thing with your permission.
Okay. Proceed.
Chairman, these proceedings are governed by the provisions of the standing orders of the Senate. The Rule 4A of Part 2 of the 5th schedule provides as follows. Upon the appointment of a date for the commencement of the hearing of the evidence for the purposes of the investigation, the committee shall A, invite the governor to appear and be represented before the special committee during its investigations. So, Chairman, that provision gives the governor the right to participate in these proceedings. I understand my learned colleague to be saying that because the governor did not appear before the assembly, then she has no standing here. That cannot be correct. And even if it was, the governor has already participated in these proceedings. We cross-examined witnesses yesterday, and what we want to do is a natural follow-on from what happened yesterday. Thank you.
Honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, I think the honorable learned friends, I would like to tell you that in parliamentary language, this is what we refer to as anticipating debate. Whatever you guys are trying to converse, I think can be substantially be dealt with in the matter. Those issues you are raising about the governor not attending or honoring your summons at the county assembly, those are issues you can raise during cross-examination. And therefore, I will want to assure Mr. Ndegwa that the circumstances of the non-appearance by the governor will be part of the committee's determinations and deliberations when we retreat to do our report. So let's allow the governor to give her evidence, and then the committee will later on decide as to whether it was well for the governor not to attend, or for the governor to present her evidence before this committee. So we shall allow the governor to proceed and table her evidence and prosecute her case as we listen. And then you shall have an opportunity, Mr. Ndegwa, to cross-examine the governor and raise those issues during cross-examination.
I'm well guided by the direction of the chair. Yesterday, again, you ruled that we be provided with copies, original copies of the receipt and the original copies of the diplomatic and her ordinary passport. Yeah. We want to confirm that the same has not been served upon us this morning, and we shall be using that document in our cross-examination.
So is that the case, Mr. Nyamondi?
Chairman, my apologies to the committee and to my learned colleague. We broke very late yesterday, but the documents are here. I'll ask my colleague to pass them over to him.
That's in order. So we shall go straight to the hearing of evidence by Governor Anne Waiguru. You have 3.5 hours starting now.
Thank you very much, Chairman. We have 3 witnesses to call this morning, and I wish to call the first witness. I'm not sure what the protocol for getting the witnesses in is, but we would like to call our first witness.
Chair, kindly allow me to have an intervention, because the extract of the documents that has been brought is what we actually have in our files. Yesterday, my application was not premised on a further extract. It was premised on the provision of the original copy.
Can we be served with the same so that we
yes,
make that
the original passport and the ordinary passport, diplomatic and the original. They have just brought a photocopy that has actually been blocked. You can hardly tell which travel that took place.
Chairman, we are producing the documents as evidence, and they are evidence in response. They are not documents that are produced by the Assembly, and we have produced legible copies of the document.
I think the orders yesterday were very clear that you need to produce original. Was it original?
No, Chairman, it wasn't original.
According to the ruling?
A legible copy.
Clear, legible
copy.
Could you give us time to just go back to our ruling so that I refer to...
That's okay, Chair. But even as you go back to your ruling, there is no legible even copy. The one that you have is opaque, well calligraphed to conceal the information that you wanted. That goes on record.
Mr. Ndegwa, I would like to remind you that our ruling was very clear, that the committee responds to each of the issues as hereunder. On the issue of availing clear copies of the county assembly, the committee directs that the governor provides clear copies of the said documents by the end of 23rd June 2020, serve the assembly's lawyers via email, and copied to the clerk of the Senate. So what you're raising is that the issue of clarity is subjective.
I'm well guided, Chair. Then I'll be making an application for the governor to take the stand, so that then I can be able to cross-examine her on these documents. Simply because, Chair, the documents that I have are opaque. The information is concealed, that you cannot easily discern which travel took place. If then the governor is allowed to take the stand, I'll not be then calling, then she'll be in a position to produce the original documents. We don't want to touch it. She'll be in the custody of the governor, then we'll proceed in cross-examination.
Mr. Nyamode?
Chairman, that is a vexatious application. I will repeat again that those documents are produced not in support of Mr. Ndegwa's petition, but they are produced as a response. And the manner in which they are produced is a choice of the governor. What the committee had directed, and we have complied with that direction, is that a legible copy be produced. What we can do, and if Mr. Ndegwa is saying that the copies are still not legible, perhaps they can nominate a photocopier. Or if he is able to furnish me with his email address, we can send him a scanned copy. But as to who testifies for us, it is not his call. He had the opportunity to summon witnesses as the rules provide, and he summoned them. He then cannot now insist that the governor takes a stand. Who takes the stand today is the governor's election, and she is not taking the stand.
Okay. We're only having adulterated copies of extracts of the passport. I rest my case.
Thank you. We shall make that determination in a short while, but in the meantime, we will allow the defense team to start their presentation immediately, and then we shall be communicating our determination in a short while.
Thank you very much. Chairman, if the first witness can be summoned from the waiting room, he is Mr. Joseph Karilas Otieno.
Sergeant at Arms, kindly facilitate the same. Mr. Nyamodi, this is your witness. Should be able to get...
I don't know where the Senate has seated them. We came together and the Senate put them away. That is why I asked that he be summoned.
I communicated that they will be seated in the new restaurant. So Sergeant at Arms, kindly facilitate the same. You should adopt the county assembly model of cushioning and securing your votes and your witnesses. The county assembly made sure they facilitated MCS.
With tremendous respect, yeah. We will only copy that part, but nothing else from the assembly. Thank you.
Next time you should be working with your witnesses. Are you the one?
Yes, he's a witness.
No, I can only see the mask. So, okay, you Karilas Otieno, right? So are you the owner of those boxes behind you? Okay, Sergeant at Arms, you'll provide a place where we shall only allow one extra person who will help him use the documents. Mr. Karilas, you'll have a seat opposite the chair. And before that, you will be asked to either take an oath or affirmation before we begin this process. You'll take an oath? Okay, proceed. You can get the dispatch. Can you see? This one?
I, Joseph Karilas Otieno, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before this special committee in respect of the matters before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Council. Before you begin, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the committee members who are here, and we'll use 2 minutes to make just introductions, starting with my Vice Chair.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Abshiro Halaki. I'm nominated Senator from Isiolo County and a member of this committee, Vice Chairperson.
Good morning. I'm Senator Judith Pareno, a member of this committee.
Good morning. I'm Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, Special Elect, a member of this committee from Nairobi.
Good morning. I'm Senator Philip Mpaye, Senator Kajiado, and a member of this committee.
Morning, Chair Moses Otieno Kajwang, Senator Homa Bay, member of the committee.
Morning. My name is retired Justice Stewart Mazaya, Senator Kilifi County, member of this committee.
Good morning, all. Anwar Tip Tip is my name, Senator for Lamu County, and also a member of this committee. Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Michael Mbito, Senator Trans Nzoia County, and a member of the committee.
We are also expecting Senator Gidiomi to join us shortly, and also using the virtual platform, we shall have Senator Beth Mugo. I'm sure the connection is not yet. Is it? Senator Mugo, can you hear us? There is a delay. We will need to wait for a response, but we acknowledge her presence. So, Councillor Nyamodi, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Hello, Senator. Good morning. Introduce yourself, Senator.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Chair.
We can get you. I think there's a problem with the. We have a delay in communication.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Beth Mugo.
Thank you, Honorable Beth Mugo. Karibu sana. Councillor Nyamodi, you may proceed.
All right. Carilas, good morning. Again, for the record, please just tell the committee your names.
Through the chair, my full name is Joseph Carilas Otieno.
All right. Carilas, what do you do for a living?
Through the chair, I'm a civil servant, a supply chain practitioner, to be specific. Having started my career in civil service at the Treasury back in the year 2010.
What do you currently do?
Currently, I'm the Director, Supply Chain Management Services at the County Government of Kirinyaga.
Okay. And how long have you been in that position?
It's barely 1.5 years since I joined. I was appointed in the 9th of January 2018, but I reported on the 13th February, so 2018. So I can put 1.5 years, so to say.
And briefly, could you just share with the committee quickly what your responsibilities are as the Director of Procurement at Kirinyaga County?
Having the responsibilities of the Director Supply Chain Management at the county, I'm the head of supply chain. Basically, I oversee the entire public procurement and disposal of assets at the county government of Kirinyaga.
Thank you. Have you seen the motion that was filed, or that is filed before the Senate by the County Assembly of Kirinyaga for the impeachment of Her Excellency the Governor?
Through the chair, yes, I can confirm I saw the motion.
All right. You have read and understood the motion?
I have read and understood the motion.
Okay. Karilas, have you recorded or did you write a statement in response to that motion?
Yes, I did cancel, and through the chair, I can confirm that.
Chairman, the witness's statement appears at pages 56 to 78 of the governor's response. So, Karilas, I want to ask you, do you now wish to produce that statement as your testimony before this committee?
Through the chair, yes, I will wish to produce it.
Thank you very much. And you also wish to do you also wish to produce the documents that you referred to in your statement as documents or exhibits before this committee?
Through the chair, yes, I can confirm I want to submit all the documents.
Okay. Now, Karilas, I want us to go straight into the petition and your responses to some of the issues in the petition. And I wish to refer you to page 4 of the petition if you do have it before you. Under the heading Violations under Written Law. Are we together?
Chair, sorry, I think I'm getting distracted. Through the chair, cancel just again. Sorry.
Chairman, is it possible to move the witness's seat around? He might be standing for some time, and it's an awkward place to stand.
You may carry you may carry the mic. That's better now.
Are you comfortable? Can we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the petition with you?
Yes, I do have the petition. Yes, Council.
I want you just to look at page 4 of the petition under the heading Violations under Written Law and Violation of the Public Procurement and Assets Disposal Act 2015, Public Finance and Management Act 2012. This is the allegation made in the petition against the governor. The governor has violated Section 46 of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Assets Act 2015 by usurping the powers of the accounting officer in establishing an irregular tender evaluation committee. And I wish to pose the question to you, is that correct?
Chair, that is not correct.
Who has the responsibility for establishing tender and evaluation committees?
The responsibility of establishing tender evaluation committees is vested in the role of the accounting officer.
Okay. And is it the accounting officer who has been establishing tender and evaluations committees, or the governor?
I can confirm, Chair, that it is the accounting officer who has been establishing the evaluation committees.
Okay. Then I want us just to...
Karilas, you may consider removing your mask and just be audible. Huh?
Okay, Chair.
I want us to then go on to the rest of the complaint, where it says, composed of the governor's parties and staff, namely Pauline Kamau and Gishira Wayne. What do you have to say about that? Is that correct?
Sorry, just come again.
I will read it again. I will read the whole paragraph for you again. The governor has violated Section 46 of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Assets Act 2015 by usurping the powers of the accounting officer in establishing an irregular tender evaluation committee composed of the governor's parties and staff, namely Pauline Kamau and Gishira Wayne, who directly take instructions from the governor. Is that correct?
Chair, that is not correct.
Okay. Now, I want to point you to a document that is contained in the governor's response, and that document is contained at page 55 of the response. Do you have the response with you?
Yes, Councillor, I have.
Chairman, members of the committee, are we together with that document, page 55 of the governor's response?
Yeah, the appointment summary.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Carilas, I'd like you to explain to the committee what that document is and take the committee through that document and tell the committee what the document establishes.
Chair, this document has a summary of the chairpersons who have been appointed on various evaluation committees for 3 financial years, that is 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019, and the current year 2019, 2020. Just to take through the committee the process of appointment of members of evaluation committees. Before any member of the evaluation committee is appointed at the county government of Kirinyaga, the procurement function takes the responsibility of consulting the various heads of departments through memos and some consultative to nominate at least 1 or 2 members who are going to be part and parcel of the evaluation committee. Once we get a full membership or composition of the tender evaluation committee, I recommend the full names, including the chairpersons, the members, and the secretary of the evaluation committee, who has to be the procurement professional in that scenario. So once I recommend a full membership of the evaluation committee, I send it to the accounting officer for his consent and subsequent approval. After that juncture is when a full evaluation committee is composed and it is appointed by the accounting officer. So this table just shows the chairpersons of the various evaluations you have had, and it portrays clearly that we endeavor to ensure that chairpersons and all members are appointed on rotational basis, and it's on ad hoc basis, meaning it's per tender by tender. Chair.
Thank you very much. Now, I just want us to take the committee through the document quickly. In the financial year 2017-2018, out of the 8 committees that are appointed in this list, how many of them were chaired by Pauline Kamau?
Chair, I can confirm that as per this list, Pauline Kamau only chaired 1 evaluation committee meeting. But
out of how many evaluation committees are contained in your list for the year 2017-2018?
From my list, I have 3 evaluation committee meetings. I want to be clear on that. Evaluation committee meetings may have a number of tenders to be deliberated in 1 appointment letter. So, in this scenario, there were out of the 12 listed evaluation committee meetings, Pauline Kamau only chaired 1, meaning he was appointed on only 1.
All right. And in the year 2018-2019?
In the year 2019, Chair, I can confirm that also Pauline Kamau was appointed once.
And in the year 2019-2020?
Chair, I can confirm Pauline Kamau was never appointed in that financial year.
And what about Wayne Gishira for 2017-2018?
Chair, Wayne Gishira was appointed in 2 evaluation committees in the year 2017-2018.
And in the year 2018-2019?
In the year 2019, Chair, Wayne Gishira was appointed in 3 evaluation committees.
Okay. I just want to ask you another question. Did you recall, you said you have had a look at the petition. Do you recall seeing any evidence in the petition about the appointment or the allegation about the appointment of Pauline Kamau and Wayne Gishira?
Chair, I can confirm I didn't see any evidence.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Now, I want us to go to the complaint again. And I want us to go to page... Again, just to finish up on the issue of the evaluation committees, how many members do these committees have?
Chair, the members of the evaluation committees are composed of at least three different departments, and usually they are accumulative of between 4 to 11 members, depending on the particular evaluation in question.
I want to take you back to your list, to the document on page 55. And I want you, just for the record, in the financial year 2017-2018, please just read out the names and the designations of the chairs as listed in your list, 2017-2018.
Okay, Council. Chair, as per the list that I provided, in the financial year 2017-2018, we had a rotation of the following chairpersons to various evaluation committees. Number 1 is Ms. Maureen Miano, who is a roads inspector. Number 2 is Mr. Anthony Gatimo, who was the acting Director Revenue. Number 3 is Mr. David Chuchu, who is the County Commodity Nurse. Number 4 is Ms. Pauline Kamau, who is the Director Administration. Number 5 is Wayne Gishira, who is the ICT Advisor. Number 6 is Mr. Richard Munge, who is the Senior Mechanical Officer. Number 7 is Dr. Richard Karimi, who is the Director, Agriculture and Livestock. Number 8 is Mr. Nicholas Njenga, who is the Senior Inspector Building. Chair, there was a submission for that particular year.
Thank you, Carilas. The next question I have for you is this. Did Wayne, in that year, did Wayne Gishira and Pauline Kamau sit together in any evaluation committee?
Chair, I can confirm Wayne and Pauline Gishira have never sat in one evaluation committee. They have been in separate chairpersons to different evaluation committees.
If not even as chairperson and member of an evaluation committee. You can only have one chair, can't you?
We can only have one chair, can't you?
So chairperson and member, did they ever sit together in any committee?
I can confirm, Chair, they have never.
Right. Please read the list again for the financial year 2018-2019.
Chair, the financial year 2018-2019, as per the list, number 1 is Dr. Mutiso O. Kitui, who is the county pharmacist. Number 2 is Mr. David Chuchu, who is the county commodity nurse. Number 3 is Mr. Wayne Gishira, who is the ICT advisor. Number 4 is Ms. Pauline Kamau, who is the director administration. Number 5 is Mr. Samuel Gashewa, who is the store assistant. Number 6 is Mr. Philip Kangara, who is the road inspector. Number 7 is Ms. Juliet Mudoni, an ICT officer.
Okay. In that year, did Pauline Kamau and Wayne Gishira sit together as chairman and member, or member and member of any of those evaluation committees?
Chair, I can confirm in that particular year, Pauline and Wayne Gishira have never sat in chairman or member. It's always different chairperson, different evaluation committees.
Okay. Now, I want us to go quickly to page 9 of the complaint, of the motion. And midway through page 9, next to Roman 10, is the complaint about a procurement from a company known as Velocity Partners Limited. Are we together?
We are together.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you the question. Yesterday, you heard that Velocity Partners Limited was not qualified for this procurement or for this contract. What do you have to say to that?
Through the chair, I can confirm to the best of my knowledge, Velocity Company was qualified.
What was the nature of the entity? What is the nature of the entity? What do you want to tell this committee about the nature of the entity that bid and won this tender?
The chair, the nature of the entity is an ICT company and basically does ICT related work.
All right. What else about it? Was it Velocity alone? What was the nature of the entity?
I can confirm that the submission of the proposal by Velocity was a joint venture with a company called Com21. So meaning they actually bidded the tender as a joint venture.
And is that evidenced in the documents that you have that have been supplied in response to the motion?
I'm not too sure, but I can confirm if that joint venture teaming agreement was actually inserted.
Okay. And when entities bid as a joint venture, how do you assess their eligibility?
Since Chair, the law provides for companies to always team in case they want to increase their capacity in terms of qualification and experience. Once there is a joint venture in such arrangements, we look at the qualification, the experience as a joint venture and not a single company.
There was the allegation again in respect of Velocity that certain payments had been made. Or certain payments had been made to Velocity irregularly. Have you seen those allegations?
Chair, I can confirm I've seen those allegations.
Right. What is your response to those allegations?
I can confirm, Chair, that it is absolutely false.
And how many contracts were they that were awarded to Velocity?
Chair, there were 2 contracts, one for performance management system and the other one for hospital management system.
There was evidence that was led yesterday that suggested that the entities were not the same. There was a difference in the spelling. They were similar but not the same. What is your response to that?
Chair, I can confirm I was here when those deliberations were taking on, and I can confirm as follows. The contractual company is Velocity. Velocity spelled as V-E-L-O-C-T-Y. If I'm to go back to yesterday's deliberation, the issue which was raised on the having 2 companies, one with an I and one with not, to the best of my knowledge, it was being pegged on a small typo which was in one of the paragraphs in the contract document. But if you look at the material statutory documents of the contract, is 1, an award letter, number 2, an acceptance letter, number 3, the contract agreement. If you look at all those 3 documents, it is Velocity with spelling V-E-L-O-C-T-Y. So I can confirm there is no 2 companies. Best of our knowledge, it is 1, and as I've explained.
Again, yesterday evidence was led to suggest that the
Council, is it possible we get copies of the award letters so that we ascertain? The award, you said the award letter, the contract, and the
Yes.
acceptance letter.
Yes.
So can we get the copies supplied to the honorable members?
Chairman, they are in the files that we have used in, or they're in the documents that we have filed in response. Perhaps what we can do, because these are properly filed and properly paginated, we can refer you to where the document is.
Kindly. Do you have the files, members?
Chairman, I have noticed the yellow light has come on. He has.
No.
We'll deal with that when the red one comes on.
I'm in control, don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that we move together, let's just have the documents first.
Thank you very much, Chairman. If you can perhaps, Carilas, put it on record where the documents are, which file and the document number.
Chair, once you get the files, each file we have attached a checklist which has all the documents we have submitted inside the file.
So which specific file are you referring to?
For tender number CGK ICT stroke 047 stroke 2017-2018, that is the file for the hospital management system. And the documents I've referred to are contained on the Annex 12M, 12N, and 12O.
12M to 12O.
Honorable members, are we on the same page? Not yet? If you can furnish the chair, we may proceed if we have a copy here.
Through the chair, I can confirm the next file is tender number CGK stroke ICT stroke 046. Sorry, let me rephrase again. Tender number CGK stroke ICT stroke OT stroke 046 stroke 2017-2018. Again, on the said file, the three documents are contained on Annex.
So is it 046 or 047?
046, sorry, is the tender for performance management software.
Okay.
046 is performance management software. 047 is hospital management software.
Okay. I have one for hospital management information system. I'll request for the other one, 46.
Chair, in 46, the three documents are contained in Annex 12N, 12O, and 12P.
Yeah, I think we are together. We may proceed.
Right, Carilas, please identify those two sets of documents again.
The two sets, Chair, are the tender number CGK stroke ICT stroke OT stroke 047 stroke 2017-2018 is the tender number for hospital management information systems.
Yeah.
Tender number CGK stroke ICT stroke OT stroke 046 stroke 2017-2018 is the tender for performance management system.
Now, in the first document, you have identified it as 12M to 12O.
In 046, that is the hospital management system, it is 12M, 12N, 12O.
Okay. Now, what document is 12M?
12M is the notification of award.
And to whom is it made?
Chair, the award is made to Velocity, and Velocity spelled as VELOCTY.
What is document 12N?
Chair, I can confirm document 12N is the acceptance letter from the contractor, the consultant.
And who is it from?
It is from the company Velocity, again Velocity with VELOCTY.
12O?
12O, Chair, is the contract agreement signed by the county government of Kirinyaga
and
Velocity Company, again VELOCTY.
Chairman, I plead for more time.
Yeah, your time is up, but considering that this is a crucial witness, and the county assembly had also requested for him to appear before them, I would maybe give more time. I would give both parties an extra 25 minutes, but I'll give you 15 minutes and then 10 minutes to the county assembly.
Thank you very much, Chairman. We will try and move on. Chairman and members, I hope you have been able to find the documents and that you have been able to go through them. In respect of the next set of documents, you had identified them as being marked as in respect of the PMS system.
In respect of the PMS system, in respect to the PMS system,
yes,
Council just also advise, tell me if I'm correct, but it is 046, and the three documents are contained in Annex 12N, 12O, and written 12P.
And please identify what 12N, O, and P are.
12N is the copy of notification award to Velocity, again Velocity with CTY at the end.
12O?
12O is the acceptance letter from the said company, again Velocity with CTY at the end.
12P?
12P is the contract agreement signed by the county government of Kirinyaga and Velocity Company, again with CTY at the end.
Okay. Now, I want you to look at the document marked as 12O, and 12O, we'll come back to 12P in a minute. 12O in the first file, in the HMIS file, and tell me whether the contract is signed on behalf of the county government.
Chair, I can confirm the contract is signed on behalf of the county government.
Who signed that contract on behalf of the county government?
Chair, the Chair, I can confirm the contract is signed by the accounting officer, who is the chief officer, finance.
And in the other file?
Yes.
Sorry?
And yes, I can confirm for tender number 046, signed by the accounting officer.
And the other tender?
The other tender, Chair, I can also confirm it was signed by the accounting officer.
Thank you very much. Now, I want us to move on to another area. And there was a suggestion by a witness who testified yesterday, I believe it was Dr. Agnes, that there was no need to buy some of this technology because it is technology that the national government already had and was available. What do you have to say about that?
Chair, I can respond as follows. I was here present when I heard that allegation, and to the best of my knowledge, actually it got me on utter shock. Because from what I heard from Dr. Agnes, if I heard well, she mentioned that the governor had told her that there was a system in the national government which is supposed to be rolled out to the entire 47 county governments. That system at that particular time, and I can confirm even today, currently, it is a matter which is even in litigation. So if, Chair, the issue of having a separate system came up because of such a system which we were expecting to get from the national government, then that's a bit unfortunate to mention that there were two systems. Being the Director of Supply Chain Management Services at the county government, I can confirm there is no parallel or separate HMS system in the county government. And even the issue of being activated, I heard it for the first time yesterday. I'm a procurement professional. Before I do any procurement, I know very well all the rules which are required for you to undertake a procurement. Again, I can confirm the requisition for that particular software came from the Department of Health. So if there were two parallel systems, then how comes there was there? And I also have made a confirmation to the best of my knowledge as the Director of Supply Chain Management. Before I went ahead and procured this system, I confirmed, even with the national government system, that we were not having any system in place.
You have said that the system that was possibly discussed between the governor and Dr. Agnes is now in litigation. Are you able to give the committee any more details, any more particulars? Who was the provider? What was it meant to do? What may have happened to it?
Chair, to the best of my knowledge, being the director again of the supply chain, when I was doing some due diligence about the said software, I can confirm to the best of my knowledge it's still a matter in the litigation.
Chair, we have an objection to that line of questioning. Unless the witness is capable of providing the information to us, and you can see it is not easy to conduct this trial without removing our hands from the precincts of the assembly and going for other evidence, like now the trial and the litigation is speaking about. We beg that we be provided with the requisite documents, the content of the trial, and the issue of dispute. But however, that answer has gone on record. It proves how difficult it is to conduct this trial without having to remove our hands from the only document that we have. Council, I take it.
Mr. Yamodi.
Mr. Karani will respond for us.
In brief response, it is an issue in the public domain because it is an issue that involved the national government when it was moving for a software to cover all the health centers in the country. And so he's commenting on something that this Senate already has judicial notice of, because it is one of the issues that have been interrogated by the National Assembly because of issues of accountability. So he's just confirming an issue that is in the public domain. And he's aware of it because of having had to interact with that issue when he was trying to bring up the new system.
I will guide as follows. I think we will allow the witness to comment generally on issues affecting procurement and issues that may help this committee make a determination on various issues. However, it will be upon the committee now to make a determination whether to admit or to consider whatever he's saying in our eventual report.
We are guided. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guided, Chair.
Carilas, back to your testimony. It is alleged that the entity called Velocity Partners Limited does not exist. Have you come across that allegation?
Chair, I can confirm I came across that allegation, and I can confirm that Velocity Company, to the best of my knowledge, Velocity with CTY actually exists.
Is there any proof in the documents that you have supplied to the committee that that entity exists?
Chair, yes, there is a document to that effect, and that is the certificate of incorporation.
Where is that document to be found?
The document, confirm counsel, the
Yes.
document is found on the 046, that is the health management system file.
As document?
And I think it's the topmost document.
Are we together, Chair? Have you been able to get your hands on that document? File 046, the first document. What is it marked as?
We don't have it. We don't have that
On
document.
47 or
Chair.
46?
46 or 47?
Chair, it is 47, I beg your pardon.
47, right?
Yes, yes, Chair. And it's on Annex 12Q.
Annexure 12Q in the file for contract number 047.
Yeah, you're there. Is it 12? You said 12Q.
Yes, 12Q, Chair, on 047.
Okay.
Chairman, maybe what we can do to save on time is we can pull out a copy and give it to the committee.
I already have it. You may continue.
All right. So, Karilas, is there anything else in respect of the motion facing the governor that you wish to share with this committee?
Chair, sorry, Council, just refresh.
Anything else? Is there anything else that arises from your response that you wish to share with the committee?
On velocity?
Yes.
Chair, I would like to clear out a very important matter with regards to Velocity Company Limited on both tenders and the current status on each. If I may start with the performance management system, there is documents to show that actually the system was implemented. And those documents contain various supporting documents of minutes, registered sign, UATs, sign-offs, and even the final report for performance management system.
Do you have the documents here?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Karilas. Anything else, or you are done?
Then for the hospital management system, Chair, I can confirm that the system it still is on course of being implemented. And it got me by surprise when I heard that users weren't involved. The majority of people, the members of the testing in the UATs, that is the user acceptance test, are from the hospital. They are basically specialists at the Department of Health. So the system is still ongoing, and we are at the user acceptance testing 2, meaning the issue of 50 million, having awarded a company 24 million and pay 50 million, it's actually shocked me as a very serious professional in supply chain management, because that is practically not true, and we cannot do that. So I can confirm 50 million wasn't paid to Velocity on only one tender. And I can confirm hospital management, so system is still in course of implementation.
Thank you very much, Karilas. Chairman, that is all the examination in chief I have for this witness, and I wish to make the polite request that if I have any time left in the bank, I carry it over to his re-examination.
We will not be able to grant you that. I think we're done with the examination in chief. We will therefore invite Mr. Ndegwa, the council representing Kirinyaga County Assembly.
Mr. Kariras, good morning.
Chairman, maybe we could ask for some water for the witness.
Okay, there is water here.
Good morning, witness.
Good morning, Wakili.
You are a KIMS qualified procurement officer?
Yes, I am.
You have your current practice certificate?
I can confirm.
Do you have? I'm asking whether you have, not whether you can. Do you have it with you?
I can confirm I don't.
You don't have it. Good. I want to take you through the document that you referred to first, the list of the tenders that were chaired by Wayne, Yeshira, and Pauline. Do you have that document with you?
Let me get it.
Please do. Mindful of time. As you fetch that document, yes, how many tenders took place in the year 2017-2018 in the entire county departments?
Council, I can not put an exact figure because this.
How many have you cited in your document for that year?
These are 12 committees.
Conveniently cited. Okay.
Yes. And let me make it clear that this
It's okay. I'm okay with the answer. You said that the head of department nominates the members of the evaluation committee, yes?
Yes.
Do you have a letter indicating the members of that particular evaluation committee being nominated by the user department?
For this particular tender, it was...
Do you have or you don't have?
I don't have, but
you don't have. I take that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take you through Velocity, where the crux of the matter have, and I'm now dealing with Velocity tender number 046. Kindly have your file with you. Mindful of time. I want you to open the contract that you gave. Yes? The contract, first pages.
Yes.
You have the contract, the first page of the contract?
Yes, I do.
The first page of the contract, not the last page. Fungo yo ingine. Aha. I'm reading it out for you. Senators, you're with me? You're with me, senators?
Yeah, Annex 12P.
Annex 12P.
Yes. Contract agreement between County Government of Kirinyaga and Velocity Partners.
Yes.
File 046.
I want to read it out to you, Kariras. Contract agreement between County Government of Kirinyaga and Velocity. What's the spelling of that Velocity?
Velocity with CTY at the end.
CTY at the end, right? Open the next page, Kariras. Right? Read out the recital. This agreement, read it out.
This agreement made on the 14th day of May 2018 between the county government of Kirinyaga, PO Box 260-10304 Kutus, located at the county headquarters, Kutus, hereinafter called the employer.
Yes. And
on the other hand, Velocity.
Velocity. What is the spelling of that velocity?
Velocity with C-I-T-Y at the end.
That was just a clerical error, correct? Let's proceed to the execution. Execution of the agreement. Who has executed that agreement?
County government of Kirinyaga and Velocity.
Yes? Which officer from the county government has executed it?
The accounting officer.
Which accounting officer? Which department?
Chief Officer, Finance, Economic Planning and ICT.
For purposes of clarification, Mr. Karilas, each department has its own accounting officer, correct?
To the best of my knowledge, Chair, that is not correct. We have only one.
I want to read out for you, and I want you to read section 46, subsection 2 of the Procurement Act, which you are an expert. Fish it out, section 46, subsection 2. Yes?
I'm there.
Kindly read it out for the senators.
Chair, it reads as follows. In establishing the ad hoc evaluation committee, referred to in subsection 1, the procuring entity, that is the state department or a county department, shall do so in consultation with the cabinet secretary or the county executive committee member responsible for that entity, as the case may be.
Did you consult the CEC held during these processes?
I can confirm, yes.
Are you aware that she was there where you were seated yesterday and she confirmed in evidence and on oath that she was never involved? Let's move on. Which Velocity has executed this agreement? Velocity with this C-I-T-Y or the other one?
To the best of my knowledge, with C-T-Y.
Good. Move with me to the document establishing or communicating to you about the evaluation committee. Kindly, on the same file.
And tell which one?
Yes?
Which one, to be specific? Which file?
Are you talking about the ad hoc tender evaluation committee?
Yes, the ad hoc tender committee.
I think it's on page 55, the submission by Honorable Waiguru'S.
Yes.
Page 55.
Do you have it, Karilas, with you?
Yes, I have it.
Yes?
Yes, Council.
Who are the members of the tender committees in that particular tender?
Through the chair, Council, let me confirm to you these are chairpersons.
Who are the
chairpersons?
Who is the chair of that tender committee? Are you looking at the same document that I'm looking at?
Please clarify, because I'm on the table of summary of appointments of various.
Okay, I'll come to that later then. Move with me on the same file. Please don't leave that file. At Annexure 12G. Please keep on holding that file. It's very important. Annexure 12G.
Through chair, which file, Council?
046. 046.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes,
I'm looking at the document of the tender opening committee. Do you have it with you, the minutes? 12G. The minutes. 12G, Karilas. You are very expedient when you are dealing in chief.
I'm there, Council.
Chairman, if council could stop badgering the witness.
Look at that tender opening committee. Yes, the next page. Entry number 4. No, you've gone mbali sana. Karilas, let me share with you mine.
Mr. Ndegwa, this committee is guided by our standing orders, which say that we shall only use either English or Swahili and or Kenyan Sign Language. So you'll choose to use one.
I'm well guided. I'll use English.
So don't mix. Huh?
I'll use English.
Yeah.
Karilas, are you at 12G? 12G is a copy of the tender opening committee minutes. Are you there, sir?
I'm there, Council.
Would you kindly open with me the next page? You seem not be having it. I'll share with you. Kindly confirm that those are authentic opening tender committee meeting. Don't go further.
I can confirm, Chair.
Kindly look at entry number 4.
Yes, I'm there, Council.
Who is the person appearing on the opening date?
It is indicated velocity with an I.
Velocity with an I. Good. So at the time of opening the tender, Velocity with an I participated, correct? Yes, Karilas?
Chair, that was correct.
Yes? Is that correct or not correct?
As per the indication.
No, I'm asking you about the document I've shown you. Is that correct? Is that entry correct or not correct?
The entry correct. Velocity
Good. We move on. I now want to move you with you very fast to annexure number 12. 12I. It's a report of the technical evaluation report. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Senators, are you with me? Let's move on, Karilas. Next page. Kindly confirm that that is an authentic report.
12I is appointment of members of ADO.
On my file, 12I on 046.
Is it 12H or 12I?
There could be different, but what I'm referring to, Honorable Senators, is technical evaluation report.
Yeah.
On 046 tender. That's the document I think I'm looking at. No, Karilas, I'm looking at this document.
I'm there, Council.
You are there with me? Let's move on. Kindly confirm that that's an authentic document indicating the evaluation of the companies that participated, correct?
It is correct.
Move with me to the next page. Again. Yes?
I'm there.
You go to the page written technical evaluation. Technical evaluation. Are you there? Technical evaluation, this one.
Okay.
Technical evaluation, yeah?
Yes.
You're there? Kindly confirm to us the representation by B1, B2, B4, B5, B7. What do those represent?
Those represent the bidder numbers.
The bidder numbers. Kindly confirm to us that velocity or velocity is bidder number 4, B4.
Confirm it's bidder number 4.
That is correct. Move with me to that technical evaluation report. Are you there, sir?
Yes.
You don't seem to be.
I'm there. I'm there.
You're not on this page, sir. Good. Now read out to us the comments or the remarks, which begins with the bidders who met. Karilas, technical evaluation.
Bidders who met the mandatory requirements were subjected to a technical evaluation as set out in the tender document and scores awarded based on the bidder's qualification.
Yes.
Only bidders meeting a pass mark of 70% in this stage shall qualify for financial evaluation.
So velocity is in the technical evaluation because they met the previous requirements, correct?
Yes, correct.
Move with me to the place where, to the quorum written, specific experience of the firms, consultants related to the assignment.
I'm there,
You're on that quorum?
Yes.
What score did bidder number 4 garner? There is a 5 indicated there, correct?
Yes.
What does that represent? Does it represent that the company has 5 years of experience?
No, it doesn't.
What does it represent?
But it represents marks.
It
is
represents
5
marks.
Yes.
But in which category of marks?
5 years and above.
5 years and above. Yes?
Yes.
When was the company incorporated? Just to recap, from you mentioned in chief, you said it was incorporated in 2017, correct?
Correct.
Good. We move on. Go to the last column where it is written, attach a company profile and attach organogram, company profile, 2 marks, staff, employee. Yes, you've seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
You're on that quorum?
Yes, I am concerned.
What is indicated on that quorum for velocity?
3 marks.
3 marks with an asterisk, correct? Asterisk, correct?
Yes, yes.
What does the asterisk represent?
I'm not sure, concerned.
You are not sure. Okay, just move on. Evidence of similar undertakings in institutions, at least 5 assignments. Again, on the same page. On the same page. Don't leave that page. There is a score of 6 with an asterisk, correct?
Yes.
What does asterisk represent?
I'm not sure.
Do the other companies have asterisks? Do they have asterisks, the other evaluations?
No.
They don't have. Move with me to the audited accounts for the last 3 years. Yes?
I'm there.
Does the company score 3?
Yes.
For how many years of audited accounts?
3 marks, 1 mark per year.
Having provided 3 years experience, 3 years audited accounts, correct? Correct or not correct, Karilas?
It is only correct as a joint venture.
I am not asking about joint venture. I'll come to that. Is it correct or not correct that we are evaluating velocity and it has 3 years?
Yes, correct.
Correct. When was the company incorporated, just to recap?
20.
Yes?
Confirm,
2017, right? When was the tender bidded?
2018.
2018. 3 years experience? Marvelous.
As a joint venture.
That's good mathematics. Now, Karilas, move with me to the next page. I want you to look at the comments on the bidder's responsiveness. Are you there?
Yes.
Read the comments.
On all or what concern?
Yeah, the following are some of the key explanations why the evaluated bidders were not awarded the maximum score of 100 marks at the detailed technical evaluation stage. Are you there?
I'm there, concerned.
Kindly read how many companies, read number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Number 1 is Parity Performance and Compliance Limited.
A company that bidded, yes?
Number 2 is Ubora.
No. Read the remarks. Why that company was not awarded 100 marks?
Submitted audited accounts for only 1 year. Work plan provided does not clearly define the timelines. Partial understanding of the scope and interpretation of the TORs. No clear documentation on sustainability of the system and service.
That is why that company could not be awarded 100 marks, correct? From the procuring profession, correct?
To the best of my knowledge. Correct.
Marvelous. Number 2.
Ubora Systems and Solutions Limited.
Yes. What are the remarks? Why it never garnered 100 marks?
No master's degree from the team lead.
Yes.
Relevant experience of less than 10 years. No proof of qualification and competence.
Now go to the 4th entry.
Velocity.
Velocity with what?
With an I.
VELOCTI at the evaluation, technical evaluation stage, correct?
Correct, concern.
Move on. What is the remarks?
Scope and specification will be fully understood during pilot stage or feasibility study phase.
Now, because I'm not a procurement professional, don't go to the next page. What does that remark mean?
To the best of I don't think Chair can comprehend this remark now at the moment. But
you will comprehend because it's your document.
Okay. To the best of my
what does
knowledge,
that mean?
scope and specification will be fully understood during pilot stage or feasibility. I think I may want Chair to refer to the proposal submitted by the document to fully comprehend what.
Okay, and as a professional procurement officer, did you give your professional opinion?
Yes, I did, Chair.
We'll come to that. Just open the next page. The next one. It is annexure number 12H. 12H. Yes, you are on 12H. 12H is a document giving the appointment of the ad hoc committee. This document. Ad hoc committee. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Who is the chair of that committee?
Wayne Gishira,
What is his qualifications?
ICT advisor.
What is his position in that committee?
Chairman.
Chairman of the committee. Let's move to the professional opinion. Appearing on annexure number M. Are you there?
Yes.
But just before we go to that, Mr. Karilas, you said that who appointed that committee, the ad hoc committee?
The accounting officer.
Who is, in this case, who is the accounting officer?
Chief officer.
Now look at the person who executed that letter. Who executed that letter? Who executed the appointment? Just go to the document. You are there? Mm-hmm. Who executed it?
The chief officer finance.
The chief?
Officer
Finance. Mm-hmm. Yes? Are you aware of the provisions of the County Government Act? Section 47, subsection 3? Section 45? Can I read it out for you?
Please do, Councillor.
A county officer shall be responsible to the respective county executive committee member for the administration of the county department as provided under Section 46. Is it now clear to you who should be the appointing authority?
It is clear, Councillor.
Was there a CEO at that particular time of this tender? Was the chief officer present or was he not present at that particular tender?
I can confirm he was present.
He was present. Let's go to the professional opinion.
Mr. Ndegwa, you're remaining with 5 minutes.
Yes, but I have.
But as things unfold, I will give you an extra 5.
I seek your indulgence, Chair.
Thank you. I'll give
Opinion. Professional opinion. Did you give your professional opinion in respect of that tender?
Yes, I did.
What was your remark? Let's go to the professional opinion, which you own. It is dated 16th April, appearing on annexure 12M, correct?
Correct.
The next page, page 2, entry number 4. Whom are you giving professional opinion about? Which company?
Velocity Partners Limited.
Velocity, which velocity?
Velocity with CTY at the end.
Velocity with CTY?
At the end.
No, you're not at the same page. I'm referring to annexure number 12M. Your professional opinion, unless you have 2.
Oh, okay, I'm there.
You are there? Mm-hmm. Entry number 4, page 2?
Yes.
Who is
Velocity with an I.
With an I. Mm-hmm. And who bidded for the tender?
Velocity without an I.
And whose professional opinion is this? Whose professional opinion is this?
It is mine.
It is yours. Mm-hmm. Let's move on. Number 3, the last entry. The last page 4. Read your comments very fast.
In view of the above,
yes,
the following is my recommendation.
Yes,
I concur with the evaluation, negotiation, and demonstration report, and hereby recommend Velocity
with
CTY at the end.
Yes. At that particular time of giving your professional opinion, were you in possession of the documents relating to Velocity, or you just give a professional opinion? Did you peruse the file relating to that document, that company?
I can confirm I did.
Did you confirm that the company was registered in 2017 and bidded in 2018?
Yes.
And then you went on to give a professional opinion in that respect and confirming that the company has experience of 5 years and 3 years audited accounts?
As a joint venture, yes.
Give us the joint venture agreement. Did you attach it in your agreement, in your documents? Did you attach it? Did you not attach?
It is not among these.
Has your professional opinion captured that scenario that it is bidded as a joint venture entity? Has it captured?
No, it doesn't.
Let's go on. Give me another file. 047. Do I take you through the same rigorous? 047, velocity. Look at the contract, sir. 047. Who is the contractor? Whom are you contracting?
That is an extra L.
Yes.
Yeah. Honorable members, are we there? Good.
I want us to be fast, Karilas, because of time. I have 2-3 more files here to question you on. Do you have the contract? I think mine is appearing as Z, or is it N?
The contract agreement, yes.
You got it? Very fast. Who are the contracting entities?
The county government of Kenya.
And with who?
And with Velocity.
Velocity with which? With C?
With CTY.
CTY. And the representation of the contract represents CTY or CITY?
Represents CTY.
Read out. Contract. Harper. Karilas.
That one indicates Velocity with an I.
Good. And who executed that agreement?
The accounting officer.
And Velocity with the CTI or Velocity with the CTY?
Velocity with CTY.
How much money was paid for that contract?
I can confirm that because this contract is still
okay.
ongoing.
Then let's go to annexure number H very fast, where we have the tender committee. Annexure H. Sorry, I. This is I. Annexure I. Annexure I, Karilas. Who chaired that tender committee? Here, Karilas. Wayne Gishira. Who appointed him?
Accounting officer.
Accounting officer. Which accounting officer?
Chief Officer of Finance.
Chief Officer Finance. Let's go to the other. Confirm that this velocity is the same velocity that bidded in 046 tender.
It is the same.
It is the same velocity. I now take you to your other averments in your response, and I want you to take out the tender number, Riagishero Irrigation Water Project, tender number 039.
Do you have the files? Can you get the files?
039. Riagishero Irrigation Water Project. And also South Ngariama, 2 files. South Ngariama 036 and 039 for purpose of expediency. And 038. I'll only deal with those files. You're there, Karilas?
We do not have the files yet. Just give us time.
Zero 038, 039.
So you want 3 files?
Yes. relating to the same tender award.
Which one do you begin
I will
with?
begin with 039.
039.
039. I'm just calling for them to be close. 039 tender.
Thank you.
Yes, 039, annexure H. 8H.
This 39, we have 36 here. Excuse me.
39, 039 tender.
So do we have 039, honorable members? Okay, we may proceed.
With me at annexure H, 8H, which is a tender for the proposed, and it's written Agipo reserved. Yes, Senator?
We don't have 8H.
It's labeled as 8H. Labeling can be.
What is the title of the?
It's the title of the document, Mr. Chair, is the tender for the proposed water works for the irrigation of Riagashero.
Yes, we have it.
We're there. Page 2, Mr. Karilas. Let's go page 1. Are you there, Karilas?
Yes, I'm there.
Who is that a specific tender reserved for a particular group?
Yes, it is.
Which group is reserved for it?
Agpo.
Agpo, yes?
Yes.
What are the how do you determine whether a company is Agpo certified or not?
By a certificate.
By a certificate of?
Agpo.
Agpo. Who awards that certificate or issues that certificate?
The National Treasury.
The
National Treasury.
The National Treasury. Go with me to page 2. Entry number 2. Eva Trading Agencies Limited, yes?
Yes, Council.
It is indicated as Agipol certified, correct?
Correct.
Did you provide the Agipol certification?
Yes.
Kindly lead us to where it is in your file.
Chair.
First of all, before you say that, confirm that once you are Agipol certified, you must be issued with a certificate, correct?
I confirm that, Chair.
Marvelous. Let's move on.
Chair, through you, can I confirm where that document is?
Yes.
What we usually do, we get the proposal from the bidders, and the winning bidder, that forms part and parcel of the contract. So this document and all other relevant documents that the bidder submitted, it is in the contract document, and that one can be availed.
The contract document with you, you knew it would be an issue of trial. Do you have Agipol certificate or you don't have Agipol certificates in your documents?
We confirm there is Agpo, women category Agpo certificate.
Please provide to us. We need it now, not tomorrow.
Chairman, if counsel was allowing the witness to answer questions, he was going to answer that question, and counsel told him, before you go there. So he must allow him an opportunity to answer questions.
Yeah. Counsel, you'll need to give the witness time to answer the questions.
I was only conscious of the time that is remaining, but let him answer.
You've known me as a generous chair, so you shouldn't be so worried.
We have enjoyed the generosity with the humility.
Your time is up, huh? But I will... how many more files do you want to interrogate?
I have about 4 more files, but remember, Chair, we had also summoned this witness. He's their witness and our witness.
Let's work with 10 minutes first. We see how it goes.
I will try to work with the scope.
Okay.
Karilas, I want you to provide me with a certificate of Agipol certification of this company.
Chair, it can be provided once I get the contract document.
What do you mean by contract document? The tender?
Okay. The Chair, the contract document I refer here is a well-bounded contract document which has the bidder proposal and the contract agreement form.
Let's move on. That I take it you don't have it now, correct?
Correct, Council.
Move on to the members of the Tender Evaluation Committee, page 3.
I'm there, Council.
Who is the chair of that tender committee?
Pauline Kamau, Director Administration.
Pauline Kamau?
Yes.
Director?
Administration.
Administration. Now, move with me to the last page, page 9, where it is given a recommendation, correct? Page 9, recommendation. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm there, Council.
Can you read it out?
From the foregoing evaluation, the evaluation committee recommends bidder number 2, that is Ever Trading Agency Limited, having submitted the lowest responsive evaluated bid, be considered for the award of the tender for the proposed waterworks for Yagasheru Water Project.
What is the cost?
At cost of 9,942,000 and
correct. Move on. Reading.
List of directors of Ever Trading Agency Limited.
Move on.
Mary Mumbi Gishobi.
Yes.
Kenyan by birth.
It's okay.
100 shares.
Yes.
Jackson Daddy Gishobi.
Jackson Daddy Gishobi. Yes.
Kenyan by birth, 100 shares.
Yes.
Evangeline Wakaria Nyaga.
Yes.
Kenyan by birth, 200.
Yes.
Edwin Gishobi Ndadi.
Edwin Gishobi Ndadi.
Kenyan by birth, 300.
You said you were here yesterday when evidence was being taken, correct?
Correct.
And you were there when the Chief Officer Finance was testifying, correct?
Correct.
And you heard him saying that Edwin Gishobi Ndadi is his brother, correct?
Correct.
Good. Move on to the next file. Tender number 038. 038. Again, it's a tender for Moya Makema Water Project. Honorable members, I'll be dealing with annexure number 7. That's where I'll begin. 7I.
Do we have 038?
I don't have, Chair.
038. Karilas, we are not dealing with that file. We are dealing with this file. So I don't know what you're fetching from that file. As we have this,
again,
not what
Chairman,
you have.
That and this only makes sense to somebody standing next to counsel.
Yeah, I think you should furnish the witness the correct file.
That the ones that were filed, yes.
Yes.
That file.
Yeah. The chair has 038, so we may proceed.
Karilas again, move with me. Annexure number 7I, senators. Karilas, are you comfortable with the file?
Yes, Council.
Look at annexure number 7I. What is the presentation of that tender? What is the nature of that tender?
It is again a tender for waterworks and a reserve for Agpo.
Agpo reserved, yes. Entry number 2, tender opening results, correct?
Where, sorry, Council, where are you?
Senators, you're with me at annexure 7I. Annexure 7I. Karilas, you're there. That is your file. You know it better than I do.
I'm there, Council.
Are you with me at that particular page 2?
Yes, Council.
What is the presentation of page 2? That is table 1.
Tender opening results.
Tender opening results. What is the entry number 2?
Ever Trading.
Ever?
Ever Trading Agency Limited.
Ever Trading Agencies Limited. Correct?
Correct.
Move with me to issues of recommendation at page 9. And by the way, who is making these recommendations?
Evaluation Committee.
Evaluation Committee. Yes. Move with me to 6.0, recommendations.
I'm there, Council.
Yes. What is the representation of that recommendation?
In view of the above, I concur with the evaluation report and hereby recommend that Ms. Eva Trading Agency Limited be awarded the tender for proposed waterworks for Mwea Makima water projects, having submitted the lowest responsive evaluated bid of cash 3,552,910.
Read the representation in the list of directors of the company. Are they the same, the one that you've just read? Kindly confirm.
I confirm they are the same.
They are the same. Then confirm to me the tender evaluation committee, entry number 10, page 10, sorry. Of my interest is the chair of the committee.
I'm there, Councillor.
Yes? Who is the chair of that tender committee?
The chairperson is Pauline Kamau.
Yes? Pauline Kamau, correct?
Correct.
What is her designations?
In the
county government?
Director administration.
Okay. Move with me. Take the motion. Okay. Let's move to the next file. That is tender 036, Honorable Senators. Again, it's South Ngariama Water Project. And 036, then we move to annexure number 9I.
I'm there, Councillor.
You're there? Again, what is the nature of that tender?
Waterworks project again and reserved for Agpo.
Reserved for Agpo, correct?
Correct.
Go to page 2.
I'm there.
Yes. Are you looking at entry number 3 on table 1, tender opening?
I'm there.
Ever Trading Agencies Limited is there?
Yes, it is.
Look at page 3. Who chaired that committee?
Pauline Kamau.
Pauline Kamau, correct?
Correct.
Who are the directors of that company? Page 9.
Page 9 of
the same annexure.
9I.
Yes. Page 9, the annexure is 9I. Then that has a page 9 of the same annexure.
Chair, the annexure should be an evaluation report. That's what the council is.
Yes, the evaluation report.
The last page, page 6.
It is presented as this.
Yes, I'm there, Councillor.
You're there. What is the recommendation of that evaluation committee?
From the foregoing evaluation, the evaluation committee recommends bidder number 3, Ever Trading Agencies Limited, having submitted the lowest responsive evaluated bid, be considered for the award of tender for proposed waterworks for South Ngariama Water Project.
At what cost?
At a cost of 11,943,800.
Who are the directors of the company?
I can confirm the same as
read them out.
Mary Mumbi, Kenyan by birth, 100. Jackson Daddy, Kenyan by birth, 100. Evangeline Wakaria, Kenyan by birth, 200. Edwin Gishobi, Kenyan by birth, 300.
The same directors, correct?
Correct.
Move on to annexure number, the same file. I'm not done. 9H. Tender Evaluation Committee. Appointment letter, right? It's a memo, internal memo, correct?
Correct.
Who is designated as the chair of the committee?
Pauline Kamau, the director administration.
Pauline Kamau. Who appointed Pauline Kamau?
The accounting officer.
Which accounting officer?
The chief officer of finance.
The witness we had yesterday, correct?
Correct.
Good. Senators, as I conclude, kindly move again with me to now tender number 013.
Secretariat, kindly furnish us with the file, tender number 013.
And 037. 013 and 037 tenders.
Council, you will start with 013.
Yes, 013.
Kindly proceed.
We go to annexure 6I.
Titled?
Titled Tender for the Construction of Kagio Matatu Parking Phase 1, Lot 3 in Mutivi Ward.
Okay.
Are you there, Karilas?
I'm there.
Yes? What is the nature of that tender? Senators, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
6I.
Mr. Ndego, your time is up.
I was only remaining with 2 files. If I may beseech the committee just to be kind with me, that I may make out this case for purpose of fact-finding.
Final additional 5 minutes, right?
I'll try to work within.
Try.
Karilas, 5 minutes to work out this. Are you on that tender?
Yes, I am.
Is that tender Nagipo reserved tender?
Yes, it is.
Move on to page 9. Tender Evaluation Committee. The same annexure.
I'm there.
Who is the chair of that committee?
Pauline Kamau.
Pauline Kamau. Move on to annexure H, 6H. The Tender Evaluation Committee. Right? Who is the chair?
Pauline Kamau.
And who appointed Pauline Kamau?
The accounting officer, the chief officer.
The accounting officer?
Who is the chief officer of finance?
And which company was awarded that tender?
Tafis.
Yes?
Nitram Enterprises Limited.
Was it Agiport certified?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Knowledge or facts?
Facts, sorry.
Where is the certificate?
It is.
You don't have it, correct?
It is here, under 6Q.
Under 6Q. Let's move on. During the appointment of that tender committee, was the Ministry of Water represented by Chief Officer? Was there a substantive Chief Officer to appoint the committee?
Yes. Who is the accounting officer?
Good. Senators, I'm done with that file. Let's move on to tender number 037.
Senators, are we there? Is it supply and delivery of assorted UPVC pipes for Kenera water projects in Murunduko Ward? Is it that?
Yes, move on. I specifically want to go to the question of who was awarded the tender from a document. Who was awarded the tender of that?
Amphil Limited.
Confirm that it was an open tender.
I confirm it was an open tender.
Go to the certificate of incorporation of that company. You can guide us to the next year if you fish it out first.
Chair, I can confirm the certificate on incorporation should be on the bounded
No,
contract.
we have it. You have brought it. In it, or you don't have it?
I can confirm it is in the contract, bounded.
Did you know that we had issues of when the company was registered, when you were answering your response in respect to this tender? Were you aware or you're not aware?
I was aware.
Did you make any attempt to rebut that position that the company was registered?
Chairman, I think I want to object to that.
Yes.
Council is obviously fishing for evidence. And it is apparent that whatever evidence they have brought is deficient, and he should be discouraged from that fishing expedition. It is their petition. It is not that anybody knew anything.
I'll refer you to the motion, Chair, with your permission. Kindly look at the motion charging Governor Waiguru. You have responded and said that you looked at it, and you are here in her defense.
Mr. If we can respond to Mr. Nyamundi's request, I think there is a thin line separating Mr. Otieno as a witness for Governor Anne Waiguru and as a witness summoned by this committee. So I think that is where we are having discrepancies. There's a very thin line. That's why we are trading on a very delicate balance. But we would maybe wish to allow him to complete, and then during your examination, you may want to align things according to your submission.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Well guided, Chair. Look at the motion, and most importantly, the charge containing that particular file. Do you have the motion with you?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand the content of the allegations?
Yes, I did.
Was it alive to you that we alleged that the company was incorporated on December 28th, 2017?
That's correct.
Did you have a duty of rebutting that preposition?
Chairman, again, in respect of that allegation, there's no evidence.
And so, why don't you allow me?
In respect of that allegation, there is no evidence, and he must stop.
And so, don't protect the witness. He is also my witness. I made application for this witness
Chairman,
to be brought.
He was summoned with a specific request to produce specific documents.
And he's on cross-examination. And he has the motion with him.
Mr. Ndegwa, I want to correct something. He is not your witness. We summoned him as a committee to...
Well guided.
Yes.
Withdrawn.
So he is not your witness. Be guided accordingly.
So, Chair, the witness being the committee's witness to help us meet the objective of Section 33, Council cannot then purport to immune him. Because when I'm then questioning him, I'm questioning him as a witness provided to me by the Senate, not as the governor. And he is here to help the Senate look into the matter. So Council has no ability of objecting when I'm actually cross-examining him. And I know he's a well-grounded practitioner. He knows the rules of cross-examination.
Mr. Ndegwa, let's concentrate on the real issue and avoid the side shows.
Hamfel, sorry, I'm looking at Hamfel Limited. When was that company incorporated? If you know, say you know. If you don't know, say you don't know.
I can check. I don't know.
Okay. Did you provide a professional opinion in respect to that company?
Yes, I did.
Was it within your power and jurisdiction to confirm all those details?
Yes.
Did you confirm?
Yes, I did.
I then put it to you that the company was incorporated on 28th December 2017. What do you say?
It was incorporated in 2017. However, it is under the preference and it's an AGPO company.
It's an AGPO company. Let's go to the tender. Was that tender a reserved tender or an open tender? Go to the tender document.
It was an open tender.
It was an open tender, not reserved for AGPO, correct?
Correct.
So I catch you. Let's move on. Look at the same annexure. Annexure 10I. Annexure 10I. On Annexure 10I, Honorable Senators, I want us to look at page 14 of that annexure. Page 14 of that annexure. What is the recommendation of the Evaluation Committee?
From the foregoing evaluation, the Evaluation Committee recommends bid number 37, Hamfield Limited, having submitted the lowest responsive evaluated bid, be considered for the award of tender for supply and delivery of assorted UPVC.
Yes, of how much?
At total cost of 5,421,000.
I'm okay with that. Move on to page 15.
I'm there, Councillor.
Who is the chair of the evaluation committee?
Pauline Kamau.
Pauline Kamau. Who appointed Pauline Kamau? Move on to annexure 10H.
I'm there.
Yes. Who appointed Pauline Kamau?
The Chief Officer, Finance.
Chief Officer?
Finance.
Finance. Confirm to us that there was a substantive chief officer in charge of what at that particular time?
There was.
Good. Karilas.
Yes, Councillor.
As I sum up, I want to put it to you that you have lied before this committee that Pauline participated in only 2 tenders from earlier submissions.
Chair, I want to clarify that. I'm not a liar. I explained it is a evaluation committee meeting, and one appointment can have several tenders in it. So I clearly said evaluation committee meetings. Council.
So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying that Pauline did not participate in the 2 tenders as you said, and that our evidence shows you that she participated in several tenders? And that those tenders she participated in are questionable?
Chair, through the chair, just rephrase your question, Council.
Are you rebutting or are you leaving your earlier statement that Pauline participated in several tenders as opposed to your previous proposition?
Pauline participated in evaluating several tenders.
Oh, marvelous. I check that. Mr. Karilas.
I think now your time is up.
Chairman, you've been brilliant to me. I'm humbled and most obliged.
Thank you. I will invite Mr. Nyamodi to do re-examination. You are supposed to use 5 minutes. Do you have any request?
No, not until the red light comes on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. 5 minutes, Mr. Nyamodi.
I have only 2 questions for you on my part. The first, you had said that you were able to read the motion when preparing your responses. The motion that has brought us here today, it is against who?
The governor of Kirinyaga County.
From the questions that you have been asked by my learned friend Ndegwa, is there any question that you have been asked touching on the governor in person?
To the best of my knowledge so far, no.
Now, I want you to look at folder number 047, for tender 047. That is on for velocity. Let me just call it velocity so that I don't struggle with pronunciation problems.
Yes, I'm there.
Then for 47, and I want you to look at the exhibit marked as D. That is a tender document.
Yes, I'm there.
I want you to go to page 12 of our tender document, and more particularly to clause 2.20.3.
Yes, I'm there.
And I want you to look at, just read that provision, and I want you to tell us, from your reading of that provision, do the errors concerning the typos of the name, do they go to the root of the award of a tender? And are they errors that are curable based on that document? Just that.
Chair, I can confirm that the errors made are, to the best of my knowledge so far, immaterial. Because, as I mentioned earlier, that yes, there might be typos, but however, the most important and crucial document, starting from the professional opinion, actually captured that error.
So from that provision, there is discretion to overlook those kind of errors, isn't that?
To the best of my knowledge, Chair, yes.
Based on the tender document itself?
Based on the tender document itself.
Thank you very much.
Karilas, is whether or not you have a current practicing certificate as a procurement professional and issue in the impeachment of Governor Anne Waiguru?
Sorry? Yes.
Is whether or not you have a practicing certificate to practice supply chain management or procurement an issue in this impeachment?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think so.
It's there on 12Q.
The UAT was signed off on the 20th October 2018.
20th October 2018. Yet payment in full was done on 16th of August 2018. What comes first, payment in full or UAT?
Honorable Senator, UAT comes first.
So you paid in full before UAT was signed off for the PMS?
Honorable Senator, that's not the case. Maybe.
That's the evidence that we have. You have said that payments were done after work was verified, after the UAT. You have attached the UAT certificate, which comes a month or so after payment was done in full. Takes me back to the question by Wakili Kamodo. Would this then bring about a case of loss of public funds? If you're paying in full before you have gotten certification of the work?
Honorable Senator, in that scenario, yes.
Okay, back to the hospital management system. The contract for the two was signed on the same day and executed by the same parties because it was the same company doing the work, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Whether it's Velocity or Velocity.
Yes, Honorable
But
Senator.
the two were signed on the same day.
Yes, Honorable Senator.
When was UAT done for the hospital management system? The UAT for outpatient module? It's there on page 73. You've listed it.
The second UAT for the hospital management system was signed off on 5th December 2018.
How many months down the line? You could easily say 18 months.
Yes, so to say.
There was a witness who said that the hospital management software does not exist. From a user perspective, from an end user perspective, if UAT was done 18 months ago, wouldn't that witness be right to say that the system does not exist? Because the system only exists when it is presented to the users.
Honorable Senator, the system actually does exist and it is still ongoing for the implementation.
18 months later, you've done UAT, the first UAT, then 18 months you've kept it in the cooler. And so when the assembly says that the system does not exist, how would they know which compartment of the cooler that system has been kept?
Honorable Senator, if I can respond to that, I think the issue which is coming out is there was a delay, a substantial delay of around 18, so to say, months.
Could it be, going back to Wakili Kamotho's question, that there was failure in performance?
No, Honorable Senator.
There was no failure in performance?
There was no failure in performance.
If UAT has been going on for 18 months?
I can confirm that the process of customization is the one which took quite a bit of time. Because if you look at this, we also faced at a particular time when we had issues with the Koregoa Hospital, among others, the doctor strike. And the
okay, so there are various reasons.
There are various reasons.
And what percentage has been paid for the hospital?
The
you can quickly add the 10, 30, and 20. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Honorable Senator,
73.
is 60%.
So 60% paid. 18 months later, system has not been delivered. The charge against the governor was that the governor is running a corrupt county tendering policy. In all this, what was the involvement of the governor? Was she involved at any point in the hospital management system or in the PMS, procurement, testing, utilization, tender? Where is her footprint in this?
Honorable Senator, the governor did not participate in the tendering process, and to the best of my knowledge, where she comes into is on the implementation more.
So the people who paid before UAT was done, those people should carry their own cross.
Yes, I can confirm that, Honorable Senator.
Finally, Chair, on this issue of
are you one of those people who should carry their own cross?
No, Can I just make an important intervention? And I'm sorry to have to make a break here.
Yes.
And because it's an important issue, we are looking for the original UAT documents to be clear that this is not an issue of the wrong year indicated, because it would not be possible to have the software delivery media and the first payment made in 2019 and then the second payment made in August 2018. That is not possible. So I think the reality is that those two final columns which say 16th August 2018 and 16th August 2018 are 2019. But I don't want to confirm that. What we'd want is to get the files confirmed, because it's an important issue. Because if it means that these payments were made before delivery, that goes to fraud. So we are just asking that on that point, we just check the actual documents and confirm the position.
Senator, may I have my voice on that? Because my teacher, Mr. Kamodho, is quite aware that in any proceedings, a party is bowed by its pleadings. And this is a house of procedure. We cannot then start asking, when questions are asked, exposing the issues that the county assembly is complaining about, then all of a sudden he realizes that the document he brought fixes the case. I think we must stick to one lane. Parties must be bowed by their evidence. They must be bowed by their pleading. I had the most of opportunities to appear before Senator Judge Madzayo. He would confirm that he would not allow any party to bring or to sneak documents. Parties must be bowed by their pleadings, and these are the pleadings that we have. It is not our pleadings. They actually brought them. It is his testimony. Unless you want to read.
Thank you.
Just clarify something, Chair. We are not, this document is a schedule prepared. It is not an extract of a document. It's an extract. So mistakes can occur. And because Bwana said it's a fact-finding mission, why would you have a problem in looking for the primary documents?
But who extracted the documents? The county assembly or the governor?
Order. I will rule as follows. First, Mr. Kamodho, this is your document. You are the one who supplied us with this document, and therefore we will want to consider it as it is. But if you feel that you want to make supplementary submissions and clarify on the same, you are free to do that. But what Mr. Ndego is raising, I think it is valid. We will want to proceed with the concerns raised by the senators. So,
Chair, with your kind permission,
yes,
allow me to place this into proper context. That my teacher, Mr. Kamodho, has been allowed to bring documents that do not form part of the proceedings. If that then is the position, we then need to go back to how do we deal? What will be the
we haven't allowed him to bring.
Yeah, because he's trying to sanitize the process. He's sanitizing the process with his documents.
No, we've said he has an opportunity later on to make maybe clarifications upon the committee now to make that determination.
Agreed, Chair. I do not want to question your wisdom, only that will prejudice the case for the county assembly. How shall we rebut that preposition that shall be created at the submission
Mr. Ndego,
stage?
that will be a matter that will be determined by the committee.
Much
later
obliged.
on. Yeah. Senator Kajwang.
Chair, let me yield my time to my colleagues.
Yes. Honorable Michael Mbito, and then we go to Honorable Pareno, Judith.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Karilas, as a procurement expert and director of procurement in Kirinyaga County, just tell me whether do you do any due diligence on companies before you award them a tender? Here I'm trying to talk like, for example, Velocity. Did you confirm that they had done similar jobs previously in order to find them fit to execute such a big contract, you know? And here, I'm hoping you will not be looking at them hanging on to a very experienced company in the name of a joint venture, yet they have absolutely no experience on any similar. Secondly, please tell me also that in Kirinyaga County, because I've looked at so many of your contracts, I've looked at the tenders here, and are you aware that a company, before undertaking a contract, must furnish a performance bond? Do you have such a policy in Kirinyaga County? Because I've not seen, I'm yet to see even one single performance bond being furnished to protect the procuring entity. Because you seem to be dealing with very new companies whom you're engaging and probably even paying them advance money without knowing, without having the people of Kirinyaga protected, yeah, in terms of performance bond. And you've also told us here about Pauline Kamau having chaired just 2 evaluation committees, one in 2017-2018, one in 2018-2019. What is the procedure? When somebody is appointed to chair an evaluation committee, there's an appointment letter. How come I've seen so many appointment letters, so many letters appointing Pauline into various committees, yet it is your statement that she has only sat in 2 evaluation committees? Please explain that to us. And finally, you have said that you do not have a practicing certificate. Please tell us why you don't have that certificate. Is there anything that has stopped you from having that practicing certificate in procurement? And secondly, without that certificate, can you sign a professional opinion? Are you allowed to sign a professional opinion? Those are my questions, Chair. Thank you.
Can you respond to those questions because they are?
Yes, Chair. I'd like so that I can dispense them off. Thank you, Honorable Senator.